How's it going? My name is Shane Kipper. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. I talk a lot about abundance and mindset and prosperity and achieving goals and kind of that leading edge thought process. And today I wanted to talk about you are what you think about most of the time. You are you manifest what you are. So the things that come about in your life, the circumstances, the actual manifestations, the objects like the cars and the clothes and the people, the relationships, they're a direct reflection of your thinking. They're a direct reflection of who you are. And so with that knowledge, you can kind of step back and analyze who you are and what your thought processes are, and try to change them, I guess is the best word. If you're constantly thinking of sickness, if you're constantly thinking of getting a cold or getting some sort of disease, you're gonna end up with that disease. Your body, your mind is going to create the chemicals in your body that match the thought, that match the disease, that match the sickness. It is therefore going to make you sick. Likewise with the things that you manifest into your life, the relationships and the objects. If you're constantly thinking about money, you're constantly thinking about, okay, how can I make more money? How can I provide more value? How can I create a more abundant lifestyle for myself? If that's the thought process that you're on, that's exactly what you're going to attract. You'll find the people, the places, the circumstances to manifest that thought wave, that thought process. More money, more abundance, a better lifestyle. But on the contrary, if you're thinking something is too expensive, this is what I see a lot of people do or hear a lot of people do. It's too expensive. I would never be able to afford it. I could never do that. Those are the things that people say out loud, and they're just perpetuating to themselves a reality that is true for them. So it's hard. Trust me, it's hard right in the beginning. You gotta really, affirmation's huge, but you really gotta focus on changing that thought wave, that thought process. You've got to give attention to the things that you do want and not the things that aren't going the way you want them to go. So, a mantra or a affirmation that I run multiple times a day, and I've done it so long that my brain just kicks on and says it, in my mind. I'm so happy and grateful now that money, opportunity, and resources come to me in infinite abundance from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Literally. And it's not all day, but sometimes I just think about it and I say it. And then I think about what that looks like. What does wealth look like for me? What does abundance look like? What kind of resources would I need to achieve that goal? Those people, those places, those circumstances. Oh, I took the wrong exit. But anyway, so sickness. If you focus on it, you're gonna have it. You're gonna get it. You got to pay attention also to the people around you. The people around you will try to manifest for you. They're gonna say, you look sick. You look. I'm going to stay away from you because you're probably going to get sick. You're probably going to catch this disease, whatever it is. But the thing is you internalize that, you take that information and make it true for you, and then you get sick. My mom does this all the time. and her husband's always telling her she's sick and that he's gonna get sick because of her, and they both get sick. And so I try to like say, hey mom, no, like you are gonna create that so you can decide to focus on health. You can decide to focus on the well-being of your body, the well-being of the state you're in, and that is what you will manifest. It's as simple as that. You know, I'm not always focused on exactly what I want, and it's I do my very best to get to that place, but I would be lying if I said I was always thinking about my goals and my health and everything like that. I haven't been sick in over 2 years, but I don't believe that I'll ever get sick again because of my thought process. And my thought process guides me to the path of taking care of my body the best. You know, when I'm thinking, you know, I'll never get sick and my health is good and my body's fueled properly, I'm going to fuel it properly. I'm going to take care of it properly. I'm going to do the things that will keep me from getting sick. It's not like I just sit here and think like, okay, I'm not going to ever get sick, sit out in the freezing cold and not get sick. You could probably do that. Okay, I'm not saying you can't. Wim Hof, he's a great mentor, talks about how to, breathing techniques on how to withstand or change your body temperature to match the outside temperature. So, I digress. But the point being is, you know, it's more than just a thought. It's more than just you sitting there thinking about money and waiting for checks in the mail. It's thinking about money. It's thinking about what that looks like. The actual, what would you do with the money? The feelings that you would have with the money. Like, you got to really try to get to that place now. You got to be like, man, I like this suit. I like the way I look. I like the way I feel in nice clothes and a nice vehicle. I like, you know, the money because it allows me to go on trips that, you know, blow my mind. It allows me to buy anything that I want. I have a home that I really love now. You know, a car, a woman. We go on dates all the time. I get her gifts all the time. It's the best feeling. So, like, focusing on those things instead of, like, man, how am I going to pay the rent today? What am I going to do if I don't make enough money to pay the rent or this bill, or, you know, I'm going to lose my car or whatever. Like, it's hard, I know, because I was there for a long, long time. But you got to change that focus. You got to change it to, money comes in abundance. Thank you for the money that I have now. I'm so happy and grateful for the money, the objects, and the manifestations that I have here and now. And then focus on where you're headed. It's practice. It's practice. And soon you'll get to the point where things will just be different. Things will be so different in a year from now if you just decide to change your focus as much as you can throughout the year. And by the end of the year, you'll just be thinking abundance thinking. I promise. I did it for myself. You know, I didn't have a car for over a year. I was delinquent on the last couple cars I had. You know, I was in rent. I never had good credit. It's been a very long time, and now it's finally building back up. I have more money now, made more money in the last 3-4 months than I ever have in like the last 2-3 years combined, and that is huge for me. So I just got to keep that going, keep that flowing, and keep on going. I hope that helps. I hope that was of value. change your focus. Something that I really like to do is immerse my mind in positive audios. I listen to YouTube all the time, every day, on repeat. Abraham Hicks, Bob Proctor, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton. Finding mentors that you really connect with and that you just thrive on their information, and then go deep. Just pound that into your mind and it will change you. Also doing affirmations, meditating, doing yoga, and all of this is a practice. You're not gonna do all of them every single day from here on out. I guarantee you will quit and then start again. So take baby steps. Start with meditating for 5 minutes a day. Start with stretching instead of yoga. Start with, an audio on YouTube or Audible. That one's pretty simple. Like, you just listen to it whenever. Try to cut out some of that music. Try to cut out some of that TV. Read a book. I know this is all redundant. You've heard this before. You know this. This is nothing new to you. But maybe it's a reminder. Maybe it's something that, kicks you in the ass and lets you know that you can still do it. You got time. No matter where you're at in life, you have time. We're going to live forever, baby. All we got is time. I'm going to end it there. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, join us on Facebook at The Power of Collective Genius. I'll go ahead and leave a link for you down below. It's just a group where I do a lot of live videos. I'm trying to get that community rocking and thriving. So I hope to see you in there. Give me a wave, a hello. Let me know where you came from. Give me a like on this video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Love y'all.